From the indie studio, I've got Wildermiss back with us. It's been many years since this beloved indie rock band has been by, and they're going to be playing us some new songs today. It's Alicia Sweeney. I've got Emma, Caleb, and Josh here in the studio. You guys have relocated to Nashville.
We have.
And we're so excited to have you guys back here today.
Yeah, we're glad to be back.
Yeah.
You're going to play us some new songs. We're going to talk all things Nashville. We're going to talk about you guys working with Ben Queller and also Jake Cochran from Illiterate Light on this upcoming album of yours. Levitate comes out October 27th. You're going to be playing at Infinity Park on September 23rd. Let's kick it off. You have a new anthem for us.
Yeah. This first song is Gettin' Old Rock and Roll. Yeah.
Enjoy.
The song is called Gettin' Old Rock and Roll. I'm getting old and that's alright. I'm getting ready for a real good time. I'm moving oh so slow, but moving to the side. I'm flipping birds and doing chores, and it's alright. Same old lady at the same old store. Gotta mow the patch of grass, Lord knows I'm far on my ass, waiting for another sunrise. But I used to cut the rug at night. This is going way too fast. I gotta get out, gotta make it last. When's it gonna be? Oh, you're gonna see. You got the right time. You're gonna move online. Where's the show? I need to know. I miss rock and roll. You're gonna sell your show, yeah?
The song all about embracing the joy of aging, getting old rock and roll by Wildermiss, joining us in the studio today. You know, the first time when I debuted that on the radio a couple months back, for me, I was just like, this is the anthem that us indie rock fans need.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
I love it.
When you guys were writing it, how did it come together quickly? What's the story behind it?
Yeah, well, we were songwriting, we were working on this new album, and it was late one night. I think we've been playing like 10 hours straight, writing songs and throwing ideas out. And we just start playing on that riff, just like two chords. And we're like, oh, this is cool. And most of the lyrics, I think, just popped out of Emma like in the moment.
Yeah.
Like it was one of the songs that kind of just fell out. And we were like, is this silly? I don't know. And then we just kept having fun with it. And then we played it live, and now it's on an album. So it's one of those songs that just like once it was there, I was like, oh, cool. This is fun. And yeah, it was just fun. Now those songs just like come in a moment. If we sat down and try to write that song like like piece it all together, it wouldn't have happened. It was something that just happened in the room. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's so catchy, like that instant, like, ooh, ah, from you.
Yeah.
Like, I sing along with that, and I'm with you guys in a moment. Can you feel that in the room when you're performing it live?
That is like our favorite about this song. We tend to do this thing where we perform our new songs live before we release them because we just want to try them out and see how we feel about them. And that one was one of them that we just played for a long time, like the past year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And people were like, when is that song coming out? Like, when is Gettin' Old coming out? Like, I love that song. We're like, all right, we gotta record it. We gotta do it. And yeah, just the energy live is really fun because it's simple and it's fun and it's like in your face in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
It is a total banger. So we got a lot to catch up on. This is Wildermiss in our performance studio. They're playing some new songs from the upcoming album Levitate for us, which is going to be self-released on vinyl, cassette tape, and compact disc. Let's talk about recording this. You did a couple songs with Ben Queller back in 2021 leading up to the album, so a couple of his are on the record.
Yep.
And then you also worked with Jake from Illiterate Light, who's become friends with Indie 102.3 over the years. Talk to me about writing the new album and working with these guys.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So with Ben, we had plans and we went to Texas and we just we recorded 2 songs with him, Wi-Fi and Decay. It was so much fun. We stayed on his ranch and it was really cool. We got to hang out with his kids and his wife and just be there. And after a really tumultuous, the pandemic and just a lot of life stuff happening, it was really cool to just be in the presence of such a he's just the way he comes across. He's really rock and roll, and that's just who he is through and through. He just has the best, most infectious personality ever, and we just felt so at home with him. So we recorded those songs, and then we kept writing, and as we were writing, we were we met Jake at a show. He came to one of our shows randomly, and we were like, what band are you in? He's like, Illiterate Light. We're like, oh shit, we love your band. We've been listening to your record all summer. Yeah. And so it was just a really cool Nashville connection to meet him. And as we were writing, we were going into the studio with him and just exploring sounds and trying stuff in his home studio. And we just wrote and brought these songs to him, and he put this amazing touch and gave us a cool outlet, I would say. It was really good for us. Yeah. And then Adrian Olson mixed it, which he also is just phenomenal. Yeah. So that's kind of the story on that. Both of those guys are rad and we love them.
Yeah.
Very cool. So you guys relocated to Nashville. You all have been a Denver band with us since 2016, and we've been supporting you guys from the very beginning. What prompted the move?
Yeah. So basically, as 2021 was ending, we had so much touring coming up, and we're like, oh, you know what? Now's the time to it was a lot of touring on that side of the country, and we're like, okay, it makes sense. We can move over there and just try it out and see what happens. We knew a few people over there who are doing what we're doing, and we just wanted to try it. And we knew that we'd be touring through Colorado a bunch, so we're like, well, it's not like we're leaving,
It truly is hilarious. I feel like we're here once a month at least. So I don't really feel like we left.
Well, you'll always be a Denver band to me, and you guys can always move back. But I'm glad you're having this Nashville experience. How has the music scene embraced you out there? I mean, obviously, Jake from Illiterate Light confronted you guys and came to you guys to record. But how's the music scene been there for you?
It's been awesome. It's just cool to be around people who are doing the same thing we're doing, It's funny, we meet people and we actually see them on the road more than we do in Nashville. But it's just really cool to be around just a lot of like-minded people who are just in it. It's not ooh, the music industry. It's no, it's this is here we are. We're all doing our thing, and it feels like a lot of communal camaraderie. It just feels like a good community.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a small town, so we're liking just hanging out in a little small town.
And it's not as country as you might think.
Yeah. Yeah. Any celeb sightings there? Like who's the biggest like Nashy celeb? Or I don't know the Nashville nickname.
Nashy.
Nashy?
Nash.
I don't know.
I don't know that's hilarious. I don't think. We've had like a celeb sighting before we moved there when we were on tour.
Yeah.
We were playing a show in the venue that had like 3 stories. And so one of them we played in, we were right above Better Oblivion Community Center. It was Phoebe Bridgers and Connor.
Roberts.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And so we, after our set, we like snuck in and watched the show. And then the next morning, Phoebe was sitting at a coffee shop with Julian Baker, and I think Lucy was there too.
Boy
And
Genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
And
chilling.
but like before it was, and who else? It was Judah from Judah
yeah.
the Lion, and then Julian Lodge. Like there were all these people just in this one coffee shop at one moment. And we were like, what the fuck? Like this is so Nashville.
This is so Nashville, yeah.
But it was really cool. It was just a cool experience.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I want to chat more with you guys about like being road dogs, about what to
Yeah.
expect with this new album when it comes out. But play another song for us. And Emma, I'm going to let you set this one up. It's inspired by a Harry Nilsson record about the only round-headed person in a pointed village.
Yep.
What are you going to do? Let's start over. Let's start over. The sea might deep. Sometimes it follows me home. Magnificent, isn't it all? I can catch my breath again. Look at all the colors, they're all I see.
Seeing My Tea from Wildermiss in the indie studio. You're hanging with Alicia and the band who are back in Denver. They've got a show coming up on September 23rd. And finally, their debut full-length record on October 26th. Of course, you guys have released singles and EPs over the years. So this is kind of like the coming out of the band, right? At this moment?
Yeah,
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, we've been working a long time to get to this point where we could put out a big work of music. Because nowadays it's like, short EPs are kind of like the thing, which is fun, and we've done that in the past. But I think after the move and like all the touring we were doing and the songs we were writing, we're like, we feel like this is a body of work that we could put together. And and it was a long process, but we're really proud of what we made.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you feel like the stars are finally aligning with you guys?
Yeah, we have been loving making music together and just exploring ourselves like this new. I feel like our sound changes every 2 seconds.
Yeah, it really does.
It's pretty fun, and we're just genuinely just like little curious explorers in music. And so it's just cool to like see this record. It's like there's a lot of like there's songs like Elvis, which is so dark and moody and intense, and then there's on this record will be like a lullaby like we just played, and then it just is a very big range, and it's exciting to just have that range showing up on this album that also just is so deeply personal to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you guys write together? Is that the thing? I know you guys are like best friends and in real life, and y'all live together. And do y'all write together or?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a very collaborative, project. Like we found our groove in it, and it's cool because it changes constantly. Like we'll bring little things, or we'll all just sit down and jam for 30 minutes and record the whole thing, and then go back and listen to it and be like, ooh, I like this, and then just make something from that, or it just changes constantly, which is exciting.
Yeah.
I like the vibes you guys have been putting out with your music videos over this last handful of months and everything.
Yeah.
What do you like about making videos? Are you working with the same director on these?
It's funny.
For a few of them, we did.
Yeah.
We met a friend, Steve Voss. He
Oh, yes, of course.
He drums for tennis.
drums for tennis. Yeah, and he helped us with a few on the EP that we released. And then we worked with a friend named Gabe for our Gettin' Old video, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was and we felt like teenagers running around just getting into trouble because we bought like $40 worth of fireworks and just had a camera running around Nashville.
And it was like he was going to be in town. We're like, let's just do something in one day. Our inspirations are like Beastie Boys and Wes Anderson having a baby or something, but not actually. Anyway.
We shot for that. I think we ended up at Napoleon Dynamite.
We ended up, I think, apparently those two together equals Napoleon Dynamite. Maybe
I'm
not.
here for that.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I love that shot of you guys and with like the sparklers
Yeah.
coming up. And everything. All right. So we have a lot of young bands that look up to you guys that are in the Colorado music community that like see what you guys are doing and look up to you. What is like some suggestions or secrets to success for you guys as a touring indie band that you could, impart on some of the younger bands that are coming up right now?
Yeah. I mean, locally in Denver, we definitely like found like our people and like Joe Richmond, he's been just a really cool part of Denver's scene. And I think he's actually trying to like work with more artists and just kind of keep building that scene. Cause I feel like, as an indie artist in a city that's grown so rapidly, like it's pretty intense to just even afford to live in Denver. But like, knowing that like there are people in the scene who can help bridge the gap between like this thing that you thought was like is a cool idea or like, you don't really know quite what you're capable of. But if there's people around you in your community that can kind of like show you the way, I feel like just reaching out and creating that like friendship with people.
Yeah.
It's been so helpful for us. Like, just like playing small independent venues and growing and just like trying to play as much as possible.
Yeah.
Getting better as a band, as like players together in a room.
Repetition, I mean, it's such a dumb answer, but practice.
Yeah.
Like play a lot and practice everything, like playing live.
Yeah.
Play really bad shows in front of two people and hone your skills. I mean, we've all all three of us here have played some of the worst shows ever, and those just made us better. And honestly, they help you too, even as a songwriter and stuff, like to figure out like what does a crowd connect with and things of that nature. And as an artist, it just get with people that are wanting to make stuff and make bad things, and then you'll eventually make the good stuff.
Another thing is just expect to be always learning.
Yes.
Like you're never going to learn how to play the guitar and then you're done. Yeah. Like you're going to have to learn so many more things to be in a functional band, and it's just that's part of the exciting thing though, because there's so many things to do and learn and grow in, and
I like that for sure. And at this point, how much do you guys fight when you're on the road? I want to talk. You guys spend a lot of time on the road, or do you have it down where it's just like you can like tell when you're getting
we are actually
overwhelmed with each other?
Totally. I mean, which is natural, but honestly, I'm really proud of us. Like we're a very healthy like group.
We give each other space when we know each other needs it, and
we talk through things and figure stuff out. You know, it's that family thing. You know, family road trip that never ends, and we drink every night. Well, not every night, but it's that kind of vibe of where you just have to have each other's back. Like what we do, traveling around the country and stuff. That's a very important thing emotionally, and also like we're out around cities and things like that. We're just taking care of each other and playing music.
Yeah. Caleb, do you do most of the driving for you guys?
I do. I do a lot of the driving. It's my choice. I like to zen out on the road and just like put in a podcast or music.
Meditate.
And just, it's my alone time.
So is it whoever's driving gets to choose the music or the podcast? Like that's how it is in my car.
Yes. But we've been getting down on some podcasts where we're all together and we're just like, all right, it's time. It's time to like listen to these crazy stories. A
lot of alien podcasts.
Alien podcasts.
We're
Especially as of late, alien podcasts. There's also this one called Radio Rental.
Oh yeah.
Dwight from The Office, Rainn Wilson, he's like it's silly. But he was like the host of that show, but it's like people's crazy weird stories, whether it's like crime or like paranormal or like blip in the matrix, like just it's a fun one too, especially when we're on the road and it's dark and we're on a like
late night,
highway that's not lit up and we're just like, oh my gosh, it's keeping us awake,
Yeah.
All right, so are there unidentified?
Are you asking if there's aliens?
100%.
Yes. Josh is one actually. No, just kidding.
I gotta go. I've been found out.
He's been found out.
He like beams out of here.
That's how we all find out aliens are real. Yeah.
Peace.
I love that. We should mention at the beginning of your guys' session with us to go a little bit inside the Actors Studio Music Edition. Josh had a spider crawling on him. So if you are watching the version of this, look for a little spider about right here-ish. Is that?
Yeah. He was resting right there. It distracted me during my solo because, like I didn't want to hurt him. I didn't want, like flick him off and hurt him. But at the same time, I didn't want him to bite me. And I was like rocking out, and I was like, oh, if I play this solo and go crazy, he might get scared. So I kind of had to like adjust my playing.
Poor guy.
Yeah, it was a little bit distracting. I couldn't tell if it was poisonous or not, but I don't know. I'm fine. He's fine.
As of now, you are not Spider-Man.
I'm not Spider-Man.
Confirm nor deny, but
I'll let you know in a few
hospital
months
later.
if anything changes.
Well, share a moment of success of playing in front of like a new audience for us, or share a fun moment from on the road, because you guys have played all over the country, and for us here in Denver, I love like getting on Instagram and like seeing great things that you guys are putting out into the world and good vibes. Share some good vibes with us about maybe a live concert or something.
Yeah. I mean, that's something, it's so funny you bring this up because I feel like we want to share that more. Like it's so easy to get caught up in the grind, and of course as humans negative things will stick with you more than the positive, and so I think that's something we're going to try doing more of, is sharing those like positive, fun, whatever, funny, incredible road stories. But yeah, like we've played in Toronto, and this guy who he just brought like 10 people because he was a fan and had seen like a random video online, and we'd never played there, and he just brought all these people and bought all our merch, and it was just like such a cool, like, what? We're in Toronto, and like, what? This is so cool. It's like our first time. So there's things like that, and then there's, this little girl gave me a diamond ring when I was on stage, and I was like, is that your mom's wedding ring? This is concerning. What do I do with this? And it was, no, she like found it that day at like, a market, and her mom came up, it's not mine, you can have it. This is for you. And, just like little moments that are just so special and sacred when you're just like head down, focus in your lane on the road, There's so many more, and obviously I'm blanking.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to document them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kansas City, this show we played a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
like there were, 4 different people that traveled 2-3 hours just to see us, and we had never played Kansas City.
Yeah, that was really cool.
And
Yeah.
it was just like, wait, our music is out there, and people are finding it, and
Yeah.
That is always such like the greatest honor, right? To hear from someone and for them to tell you like why they love your music,
Yeah.
or, like what got them there. So that's very cool. This new album is coming out on the 26th of October. You guys are busy this fall. You have some dates coming up. You're going to be touring?
yes.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be touring with Switchfoot, with Andrew McMahon and the Wilderness, which is funny because...
Wildermiss.
Yeah.
Wildermiss.
Well, when we were first a band, we were like searching and like trying to see, our SEO, and he was always who popped up And
First.
so it's just funny that like now we're
paths are
playing
crossing.
together.
Yes.
Maybe
Next
you guys
one
are
would
going to
be-
record an EP together.
Maybe.
Like,
Yes.
Another one is Wilderado because
yeah.
Wilder.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll have to figure out that one
Yeah.
too.
We need to, we
We'll
need to
see
tour with them
if
now.
the stars align.
The stars.
I love that.
Yeah, lots of touring.
Yay. And best of luck to you. You have another song for us. And this, to me, when you put this out as a single, this just sounds, for my ears, completely different than what I think about with a Wildermiss song. And you guys, Emma, you mentioned like you do like switching things up and everything. How do you describe this song before you play it?
Yeah, this one was a song that actually came to us very quickly. Like we were like, how do we write a song as quick as possible, just as an exercise? And I played the bass line on like a MIDI keyboard and then played chords, and we were just like slowly adding stuff, and then it just happened. And I like that this song. It's basically about finding your like inner groove, whatever that is for you, and like. What makes you happy, what makes you want to have a good day, or it's like this, what makes you dance, it's like, what is that for you? And I feel like it's different for everyone, obviously, and so it's just kind of fun. It's like identifying what that is, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wildermiss with Identify It here in the Indie Studio.
Shut up, listen. Smaller than an inkling, living in the speed of every fiber rushing through my being. I'm gonna catch the current, float under the surface, sink my fingers in, grip it tight. No matter where you are, identify it. No matter where you go, identify it. No matter where you are, identify it. No matter where you go, no matter where. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Identify it. Tell me where you go. Tell me what you see. Living in my head. It's taking over me, over everything. 'Cause I see the world in colors. Slow your mind and notice a qualitative difference. Everything's a message you can unsee. Break the silence into expression. Shut up, listen. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Identify it. Tell me where you go. Tell me what you see. Living in my head. No matter what you want, no matter what you need, identify it. No matter where you go, no matter what you see. Living in my head.
Wildermiss with Identify It here on Indie 1023. As you listen in, maybe you're watching this now. The band has the new album coming out on October 27th. I recommend the Coke bottle green version on vinyl or picking it up on cassette tape. I still got one of those in my car. You could also catch them at Infinity Park on September 23rd here in the city. It's part of a Colorado music festival. This has been another session from Indie 1023. You can check out more on our Indie 1023 YouTube or the watch and listen section over at indie1023.org. Caleb, Josh, Emma, so great to see you guys. Thanks so much for coming in.
We
Thank
always
you
love
so
coming
much.
in.
Great to
Thank
see you too.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
I'm Alicia Sweeney and wishing you guys all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.